Hi guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome if you're new. My name is Sarah, also known as Laugh Love Langella, and in today's video we are going to be taking a quick trip to Main Street Antiques in Mooresville, North Carolina, and just kind of seeing what they have out, hopefully for the fall season, and I will bring you guys back with me and share what it is I actually picked up with them. This is a much smaller antique store than the Depot is. The Depot, I truly feel, is a good destination spot. It's worth taking a little bit of a drive. I personally can't say the same for Main Street. I hope that they get into that type of direction one day, but it's definitely still worth it for me because it's local enough to take a look and see what they have. So let's head out to Main Street Antiques. Whenever I'm antique shopping, I like to go in with an open mind, but there are a few things I like to consider, more so materials. I always love to look for brass items, iron, ceramic, stone. Definitely love a nice wood piece as well. This ceramic jug is a great neutral option. I actually have something very similar on a side table in our living room space, and it's super easy to change out the florals season to season, but be able to use the piece all year round still. This brass vase was super cool. I have never come across anything quite like it with the finer small details in it. I did love this metal apple. It's actually a container, so if you slide the two pieces in opposite directions, it comes apart, which I thought was such a unique item. This booth is always one of my absolute favorites. She has a ton of different vases and pots. She always has some sort of stone piece and just so many amazing things to choose from. They do tend to be on the pricier side, but you can source some pretty unique, amazing finds here. I was very surprised to see as much Christmas as I did. I was honestly not expecting it. I did come across this wood tree. It's a painted tan with a little bit of metallic on it. I did end up picking it up because I think it would work in really well with what I already have. These handcrafted magnolia flower candle holders were so unique. I've never seen anything quite like it. I did not grab them because I just have too much going on, but they were super cool. And these last few clips are actually a booth from Golden Oldies at Main Street Antiques, which is so fun because I love going to Golden Oldies. It is a bit of a drive, so I'm glad to see that I can still get my hands on some of their items a little bit closer. All right, so now we are back, friends. Like I said, it's a much smaller place than the Depot is. It is nice that they have a few different food options there. Me and my sister actually made a day of just running some errands. We stopped there, stopped for lunch. So they have a pizza place, they have a burger spot, and then there's also a Mexican/Mediterranean restaurant there as well. So there are plenty of food options. So we did do that. But for what it is I actually picked up from them, 3 items are for my husband and 3 items are for me. So I was very interested to see that there was actually a lot of Christmas. I was very surprised. I'm not surprised that big box stores are pushing Christmas, but I was surprised to see the antique store had quite a few Christmas booths. But for what I actually picked up, I found this little brass candle holder. I feel like this is just a staple. The jute was the tag on it, so I just haven't cut it off or cleaned it just yet. But this was only, I think, $5 or $6. And I like how it had a nice, just rounded top to it. This is something that you can integrate all year round, but it looks great too, layering a bunch of them in, especially during the Christmas season, to bring that cozy touch of a candlelight. So I thought this was a really, really good budget-friendly find. And then there was also this cool wooden tree. I like the fact that it has a little bit of metallic paint on it, so it just shimmers ever so slightly. It's not sparkly and in your face, but I felt like our built-ins are going to be a darker color, so this would really pop on it on top of a book stack or layered in with some other stuff. I can't remember how much this one was, but it was super, super affordable as well. And I love that it's actually wood. It's not that resin, which I feel like a lot of things are. This was from the antique store, but it's not an antique item. This is from Creative Co-op. They are these Christmas tree candles, and I actually was wanting to order these myself online and just couldn't do it because I want to say they were like $16 for the pair. So $8 per candle is just a bit steep in my opinion. So these ones were actually only like $9. So I decided to grab them just because I know I can absolutely use it. This can easily go into this one, and that's just a cute moment on its own, but I love just the neutral ivory color. If I can find them on Amazon, if they're in stock, I will have them linked below, so if you guys want to pick them up. I know they come in a bunch of different colors as well, if you prefer to do a pop of green instead of the ivory one. For my husband, his office is a work in progress. It has been a slower progress than other stuff. We actually started that project before our floors, and then because we ordered the floors, everything in his office went on hold. And so it's a little mix of some stuff done, a lot of it's not. But for his office, I will not be literally decorating it. I want to make sure that it is exactly how he wants it. Everything is something that he loves. So he really loves nautical, naval, military, history, that sort of theme. So that's the direction it is going in. But I found this really cool anchor candle holder. And I thought that this would be so fun because I did tell him, I'm not going to decorate your space for you, but it can't just be a bunch of random stuff. It has to make sense. So sometimes you just need something unique like this. Is a solid brass. This was only $9, which was such a good price for, this is actually very heavy, but I thought this was so cool and he loved it as well. So I grabbed that for him. And then the last 2 items are very similar to each other. They are these prints of some fighter planes. I could not tell you specifics about these. He would know better than I would. But I thought of him right away as soon as I saw these, because he does have some larger art pieces that will look great in his office, but he's really in need of smaller ones that will fit on shelves. And so I thought this was so cool. I texted him a picture just to make sure that he was happy with them. But we have this one, and then we also have this one here. So I thought that they were so cool. It brings that vintage and historian vibe to the space, but still is staying on theme too. And I was excited that he was as excited as I was that I found these. And they were only $12 a piece, which was a really great find to be able to add into his space. But that is actually going to wrap up today's video, friends. I know it was short and sweet. We just made a quick trip out of it to see what they had. I am going to be doing for my next video, Halloween front porch decorating. So I'm going to do it slightly different than last year, but still integrate some of the same elements in the space. There will be some more Christmas shopping videos next week, hopefully. So if you're not subscribed already, be sure to subscribe and ding the notification bell. It will alert you anytime I have a new upload. As always, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me here today, and I will see you in my next video, friends. Bye.